The last thing the Florida Gators needed this week happened on Monday, and I'm going to tell you about it, what happened, why it wasn't very good for them, next. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. TJ Pittenger here, side of the mountain again. A little colder today than it was yesterday. Do me a favor, as we're chatting about this, share your thoughts below. Likes and subscribes are great, but this is one that's pretty personal, so I do want to hear your thoughts. Florida's starting quarterback Anthony Richardson spoke about the upcoming rivalry matchup on Monday. I'll read a direct quote and throw it on the screen from AR. He said, "When we win this one, it will definitely build momentum for us." When we win this one? That's quite the statement from the young man. Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and bash him. I want a quarterback to have this sort of confidence going into any and every game. But to say it 2 days after losing to the Vanderbilt Commodores? Anthony, don't embarrass yourself here, bud. Have that confidence. Say it at practice. Say it in the locker room. But to give FSU, who doesn't really need it, the bulletin board material isn't the wisest decision he's made this year. The Noles are a better team. They've been better all season. They've played more consistently. They've handled average teams that they've played. They've handled bad teams that they've played. They're rated better in advanced metrics and analytics. They have 2 more wins than the Florida Gators. They're playing at home. They really didn't need extra fuel to the fire. Mike Norvell talks about how every practice and every rep all season prepares his players for 2 games. Florida State remembers last year's game, when they traveled to the swamp with a chance to put a real bow on their final 8 games of the year. They kicked off against UF with a real chance to get to 6-2 in their final 2/3 of the season. But untimely errors meant that the Noles would come up just short and the season would end with a sour taste in everyone's mouth. But this one's personal. The focus and energy that the team is going to have will be unmatched. Florida State has outscored their last 4 opponents 172-39. The most lopsided of those was another rival when the Seminoles beat Miami 45-3 and could have poured more on if they wanted to. This one is different. This one's at home. This one is for everything. This one doesn't have another game right after it. I can't imagine that the Dogs get called off in this one. Mike Norvell knows how important it is to make a statement, and if he has the chance, he definitely will. Now Richardson's just projecting confidence, but Florida is limping into this game. And Florida State might be sprinting into it. We've heard that Jared Verse is the best trash talker on the Florida State roster. I'd love to have been around when Jared saw or heard that statement. I can only imagine that patented Jared Verse smile cracked from ear to ear, and he said something short like, "We'll see." What do you guys think Fabian Lovett, Jamie Robinson, Tatum Bethune, and others on that defense that has just been crushing for the last month thought? Have you seen the way those guys have played? Have you seen the anger and the tenacity that they've played with? Have you seen Jamie Robinson just disrespectfully throwing guys on the ground? I think they'll have a little bit more pep in their step this Friday night. What about guys on offense? What about the better of the 2 quarterbacks? Jordan Travis sees way more than you guys think. And I bet that's already printed out in lockers at Florida State University. Rightfully so, by the way. The team in Tallahassee needed no more motivation, but UF's best player, their quarterback, and the guy who touches the ball every single play just gave it to them. Big mistake. Huge. Let me know your thoughts. Think our defense is licking their chops to get after the quarterback after hearing him say that they would win in Doak Campbell Stadium? Let's talk about it down below. Let me know if you're coming to the game. We're doing a big tailgate and love to have you out. You can hit me on social media and I'll give you updates there. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Go Noles. As a last note, we did put out a video yesterday with the possibility of FSU making it to the Orange Bowl, and another one with a massive commitment on the Brock Glenn flip from Ohio State. I'll link both of these videos here next to me. Check them out and make sure you're subscribed to the channel.